In a world where remakes come and go, one man dares to chase the legend himself. Glen Powell, Hollywood's newest golden boy, just stepped into Arnold Schwarzenegger's shadow and brought him back to life in a way nobody expected. The Running Man is back. But this time, it's not just a reboot, it's a resurrection of an 80s icon. And hidden inside the action-packed chaos of explosions, blood, and survival lies a secret Easter egg that every die-hard Schwarzenegger fan will lose their minds over. This is how Glen Powell's The Running Man honors the original, and why Arnold himself gave his stamp of approval. The year was 1987. The Cold War was still raging, neon lights ruled the night, and Arnold Schwarzenegger was the ultimate action god. His film The Running Man, based on a Stephen King story, painted a dystopian world where criminals fought for freedom in a televised death match, a brutal, adrenaline-pumping mix of sci-fi and social commentary. It wasn't just a movie, it was a warning about media control and the hunger for entertainment gone too far. Fast forward nearly 4 decades later, the world Arnold once imagined isn't so far-fetched anymore. Reality TV dominates, streaming wars are everywhere, and the line between entertainment and exploitation keeps getting thinner. Enter Glen Powell, the breakout star from Top Gun, Maverick, Anyone But You, and Hitman. The man with the $1 million smile and the old-school charisma Hollywood's been missing. And now he's stepping into Arnold's boots to bring the Running Man back to a generation raised on chaos and clicks. At New York Comic Con, Glen Powell hit the stage like a man possessed. Fans screamed, cameras flashed, and the air buzzed with nostalgia. Powell revealed he's been dreaming of this role for years, and that making the Running Man was no easy ride. "I took a beating," he laughed, still bruised from set stunts. "We did an exploding bridge jump. It was intense, I thank God I survived." From car chases that look ripped from Die Hard to massive explosions filmed without green screens, Powell promises a raw, gritty version of the story. But the real showstopper, Arnold Schwarzenegger himself, returning in the most unexpected way. Arnold doesn't just make a cameo. His face is literally printed on the money in the film's dystopian world, a cheeky, powerful nod to the original Running Man and to Arnold's larger-than-life legacy. It's subtle, it's smart, and it's Arnold approved. As Glen Powell told Entertainment Tonight, "I love Arnold. We paid homage to the great man." The reaction from fans? Absolute chaos online. Within minutes of Powell's Comic-Con reveal, Twitter, or X, exploded. One fan wrote, "Arnold on the money? That's genius." Another said, "This is how you honor the OGs, not by replacing them, but by respecting them." Even longtime Schwarzenegger fans who were skeptical about anyone touching this classic are now rallying behind Powell. And insiders say Arnold himself smiled when he saw it. Sources close to the production say he was deeply touched by how the film kept his spirit alive without copying him. It wasn't about remaking his version, it was about continuing it. But here's what most people don't know. That cameo, Arnold's face on the money, wasn't just an Easter egg, it was a symbolic moment in the script. In the movie's world, the rich and powerful print the face of a fallen hero, a man who once defied the system, as a warning. It's poetic. Arnold's Ben Richards was once a rebel, fighting the system. Now his image is currency, the very thing he stood against. That's not just clever writing. That's commentary. Powell reportedly helped workshop that idea himself. He wanted the film to say something about fame, legacy, and how the system uses even its heroes to keep people in line. And in a sweet twist, Glen Powell's real-life dog, Brisket, almost made it into the movie too. Powell joked, "The sequel is Brisket in peril, and I go to the ends of the earth to save him." The kind of heart that proves, even in the chaos of Hollywood, some stars still keep it real. Film critics at early screenings are already calling The Running Man one of 2025's boldest remakes. Action movie historian Tony Washington told Variety, "This isn't a remake, it's a love letter." Glen Powell channels the spirit of 80s action while grounding it in modern fears, surveillance, celebrity, and control. Another insider from Paramount added, "Arnold didn't want a cameo, but when he saw what they did, he agreed instantly. He said, 'This is the way you do it.'" That approval, from the Terminator himself, means everything. For Glen Powell, this film could mark a turning point. He's no longer just Hollywood's charming heartthrob. He's becoming a serious action star with real depth. And for Arnold Schwarzenegger, it's poetic justice. The man who once defined cinematic masculinity now passes the torch to a new generation, not with a handshake, but with a smirk printed on cold, Hard Cash, it's a cinematic full-circle moment where the past doesn't die, it evolves. When Top Gun Maverick revived Tom Cruise's glory days, audiences proved they still crave the icons of yesterday, just reimagined for today. Glen Powell's The Running Man might be the next in line, bridging eras, honoring heroes, and showing Hollywood how to respect the legends who built it. Arnold once said, "I'll be back," and thanks to Glen Powell, he just was.